Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this three-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments. Player Spotlight. Number 13 is in that spotlight, and he really had it all working. Outdoor baseball now from the Warehouse District and Target Field here in downtown Minneapolis. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Boston Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Xander Bogaerts is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Eric, these Twins, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
And one thing in their corner, though, is they do have their ace going here this afternoon. So if anybody can get them out of this rut they're in, this is the guy.
First pitch, 1-10.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. A very fine afternoon for baseball. 67 degrees here at first pitch.
Hey, we got nobody, no one down
now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
You can tell he's got sinker on the mind because he definitely undercut that one.
Ready on 1-2. And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. EK, any thoughts?
Well, one thing's for sure. They love what Mookie Betts brings to this offense. He drove in over 25 runs last month. Sure, some of that credit belongs to his teammates getting on base ahead of him. But he's been stepping up big in clutch situations.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strike. Hanley Ramirez will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
0-1 count and the pitch. And Ramirez can't get that one as he swings and misses for strike 2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Wow, and he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Travis Shaw will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. First offering on its way.
Ball.
Lays off 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
1-1.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And I can tell you, from facing guys like this my whole career, you may think you're getting a curveball, but when a guy's throwing in the high 90s, it's darn near impossible to sit on one.
Jonathan Lucroy gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. Into the windup and the pitch. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Pablo Sandoval leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch is a slow knuckleball in there. 0-1. Oh, one pitch is a knuckleball that misses 1-1.
Yeah, and when your team still doesn't have a hit, you'll appreciate a call like that once in a while.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Makeup call there?
I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. One away.
Batting eighth,
Dustin Pedroia will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. And a high strike there, 0-1. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Well, right now he is just carving them up, dare I say, like a Thanksgiving turkey. That's 7 strikeouts already, and he's made it look easy so far.
Get ahead of him right here.
Rusney Castillo digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, man, that thing is coming in so hard, it's almost impossible to get a level swing off. You're better off taking it and waiting for something you can handle a little better.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Boy, he just looks like he's swinging underwater, way behind those first 2 pitches.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. Home half of the third coming up. No. Xander Bogaerts is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Yeah, Matt, more of the same for him as he's currently leading the American League in that category. And pitching wins, they just aren't as celebrated these days as they once were. But I'll tell you, if you're leading the league, you're one of the best pitchers around. We'll see if he can hold on and add another win to his total.
Oh,
in this
he's in
one.
there.
And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see, but it's going to finally get him into that hit column. And at this point, they'll take anything they can get, and he's on with an infield single.
Mookie Betts comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
Sano is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Hanley Ramirez in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
And, looked like ball two below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. No runs, just one hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance.
Get big for us right here. Make your pitch.
Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave one. Leading off the inning, Travis Shaw, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Here we go.
The 0-1 delivery. And he falls behind 0-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. A look at our line score here through the first four, and as we've mentioned, just one hit for these guys this afternoon.
Hey, get ahead right here.
Jonathan Lucroy is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
That's a ball.
And he takes ball one.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. No runs, just one hit, and one error on the Boston line score. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
And at least he's